Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program is rated for all audiences.
For Guys on Sports is sponsored by crookedriverradio.com. Do you find yourself endlessly searching for something to listen to while you're doing housework, working, or tending all your daily chores? Well, look no further. Tune in to the Crooked River Radio Network for an experience unlike any other. Four Guys on Sports. Four Guys on Sports. Four Guys on Sports starts now.
Yeah, don't it?
Yes, it does.
Speaking of donuts, Speaking of donuts, man, we were having a really good donut conversation a couple minutes ago about free donuts and.
We're not going to tell that story on there.
Oh, you're not?
Nah, we can't tell that on there.
I don't know why not. Yeah, we were having a debate between Krispy Kreme, what was it, Kessler's, and Jubilee. I say Jubilee.
Dunkin', too.
Dunkin' anymore ain't worth a crap. But I didn't say that.
They probably have better coffee. They have good coffee.
Their coffee's good, yeah. I'll give them that. Their Jubilee's coffee's pretty good too. I have Jubilee donuts just here and there. I used to go through there about every day.
How close is Jubilee to you? To where you at?
I'm down about a mile and a half.
Oh,
it's down
dangerous,
on. It's down on Talmadge Circle. That's the one I go to.
That's dangerous. It's too close.
Yeah, you get what you get, Nate.
That's too close. Yeah, that's too close. Yeah, too close.
That's a little bit better. I think we can actually see people. And look, I got a new camera. Hi.
Hey.
All right.
If anybody's been running or wondering where the show's been, I had some technical difficulties last week. I think it was last week. We weren't on last week, were we? No, I don't think.
That was technical difficulty.
We had some technical difficulties as far as I didn't have a computer that was running, let alone anything to do production on. And it was a trip, to tell you the truth. It's
a major difficulty there.
Even my radio station computer was down for about 2 days until I got everything figured out. But now we are working like a champ. I've got this computer here went from 64 to 128 gig of RAM, and it's got plenty of. I figured since I do all the video and everything with and I had to replace a motherboard with 64 gig of RAM on it. So I took that and put it in this machine. So we got 128. That's pretty cool. I ran a check on it as far as the how it compares to the rest of the world, and I'm 117% better than your average person with an average computer. So that's not bad. And that's just this machine. That ain't the other one. I built a monster of a machine over there. I went with a gamer motherboard, and I got the Ryzen 7900X, which is that thing alone was almost $400. But I'm going to tell you, the speed you get out of that thing is unreal. And as far as graphics and everything else, the only thing I found that I don't like is I can't overclock it. Mm-hmm. But then again, why do you need to?
For any listeners out there, I'm the agent. So if you need a computer rebuild, you contact me. I basically I'm the go-between between Pat and your new upgrade.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know we just started a business there, Nate.
Man, that marketing there. Oh, okay.
Send all your inquiries, and we'll negotiate a fee and get back with you.
Yeah, 11. Let's see, about $1,400 would probably build it. That'd be about $400 profit.
Be everything you dreamed of.
So I'll give you 50 of it for every 250 you get me.
So you don't want to do those like deals the way Sean Diddy did.
Nah, I don't think we.
Yeah, take all the profits, man.
20%.
I'll give you just like Boss Hogg used to say there, Nate. I'll give you a 20%, a 20%, a 20%. And if you've ever watched the Dukes of Hazzard, you'll know where that came from.
That's a good show, man.
Boss Hogg, man, I love that
show.
I love that little dude. He was probably the funniest thing on there.
You know, here's what's weird, or a funny experience, I should say, and this is reality. You know, growing up, we used to watch that show. And when I was an auditor, I had the pleasure of having the assignment to audit the ABC, Alcoholic Beverage Commission locations. And the funny thing is that I never, people don't really know what they do, per se, And so we go in and in part of the audit, in addition to the numbers, you count the confiscated inventory, the inventory that they got from busting those Dukes of Hazzard steals. and this is real, man. And so they would have photos on hand, and this stuff looked just like the Dukes of Hazzard, man. And they confiscated like sawed-off shotguns and the little thing, the distilleries. It looked just like the Dukes of Hazzard stuff out in the woods, man. A little country, crazy looking, man-made, wine producing or illegal alcohol producing, setups, man. And it was just so wild.
But
so the Dukes of Hazzard was actually imitating life. Was art imitating life there?
That was art imitating life.
But did they have the general?
Blew my mind.
Did they have the general?
Yeah, we didn't see that, but I mean, you get
to see any pictures of Daisy Duke.
Now I wouldn't. They probably had some Daisy Duke somewhere, but the photos they would have would be the evidence of the confiscated or the
didn't turn those pictures
where they came in and shut down this operation. But I venture to say they probably had some.
Sorry,
Daisy Dukes. If Sean saw Daisy Duke, his eyes would probably pop out of his head. I can tell you stories about that boy that'd curl your hair. What little we all got left.
He's gonna have you messed up, Sean. Sean, you better let him know you.
And he's not going to deny any of it. I took him. He was 23 or 24, wasn't it, Sean? You were how much difference is there between you and your sister, your youngest, Melanie?
4 years.
Okay, so she was 21, so you would have been almost 25. I took him to Tiffany's down. We went up to Cleveland for Melanie wanted to go to the Flats for her birthday. So we go drive, and we can get in. We all rent a limo, and we're on our way up there, and of course the limo driver is flirting the hell out of my oldest daughter, calling her on a telephone in the back of the limo and all this other stuff. And so we get up to the Flats, and the girls decide they're going to go to there was a mail review up there And my son and I and about 6 or 7 others decided we're going to go over Tiffany's. You know, the limo drivers, I got a place, we got to go to Tiffany's. Don't worry about it, I'll get you all in. So we went over to Tiffany's, and we went walking in, and here I looked back at Shawn, and these pretty much topless dancers were coming by us, and Shawn's eyes were that bigger. I thought his eyes were going to pop out of his head. You going to defend yourself, Shawn?
No. Hey, Pat, you should have had a sound bite like a spring.
It's about it.
It would have been good.
Wait, I think I got just the sound effect. Hang on a second.
Oh God.
Where is that thing? I know it's on here. I had to redo all my sound effects and everything. Oh, where the heck is it? But anyway, we digress.
Yes, sir.
Let's actually start talking about what we're supposed to be talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got the draft going, and we got the NBA playoffs going.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Playouts.
And we got the Guardians being off to a hot start too.
and Guardians are number 1 in the league.
Yeah, they were until last night.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, who they play? Arizona last night?
Last night, Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
That's the battle of the top 2 teams in the majors right now.
I just found this sound effect. This is what it looks, or what the sound effect would have sounded like when we walked into that bar, walked into Tiffany's.
That's one of those cartoons. I can see it.
Got my boy, I seen that video for Beavis and Butthead. You know, the Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that wasn't that hysterical.
That was one of the better sketches they've had in years.
That's pretty much what I said. That was one of the funniest sketches they've done in ages, ever since the Trump years. That they actually had this setup that was, and this guy looks back and this guy looks just like a real Beavis.
Jake Gyllenhaal playing the role of Beavis, and Mikey Day playing Butthead.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, you gotta check it out.
Oh, that if you get a chance, it's on YouTube.
I'm sure.
From last week. That was.
He said that it's got over 11 million views already.
That has got to be one of the best videos, or the best clips they've ever done.
And that's tough because they've had a lot of good ones. Really.
Oh, I love the Trump years.
I like SNL.
They used to make so much fun of Trump, it wasn't even funny.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
guy, when they had what's his name?
Yeah. The actor, what's his?
Yeah. Got it.
The one
Everybody
that,
haven't seen the moment at the same time.
It's funny we talking about this because I was trying to remember his name the other day.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Because he used to do such a good job, man.
But yeah. Anyway, Trump was upset because he did Trump so well, man. He had him down.
Yeah.
hey Flora,
Yeah, no sense of humor, man.
Alex Baldwin.
But
Yeah, Alex Baldwin.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you,
that was sad.
Alec Baldwin.
All right.
Let's get into the draft first off, and just touch on that and how folks have done, and had a interesting conversation at the office. There's one of the co-workers. He he's a legitimate KC fan. He's not a bandwagoner. That's where he's from and all that. And he was talking about how they managed to move up in the draft, and we were surprised that Buffalo allowed them to do it. But it's like, man, that just pumps that offense back up, which where they were struggling with receiver, and they happen to get this dude. What he's had the fastest 40 time on. He set a new record in the 40.
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, you know they're
1.22.
Yeah, that's
insane.
That's historic. That is insane.
I think most people probably pretty happy, man. I don't know.
With that, they have another Tyreek type, and it's like in the way that defense is played last year. If they're anywhere close to that, man, you can just pencil them in now for the Super Bowl.
We were
Worthy, and then they picked up in a free agency Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
That's speed on speed.
Yeah.
We were actually. I was actually all right with
the interesting decision.
I was actually all right with Cleveland's pick.
With that, more so, let's get it down to how did the Browns do in this draft?
So far, so good.
They picked up Michael Hall.
Yeah, Michael Hall. He's a defensive tackle.
Third round, and then they picked up
broken leg guy from Michigan.
Zach Zinter, the guard center from Michigan.
Which, yeah.
That's that one guy that had the inspirational. He was the one that got hurt in that game against the Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so they definitely picked up some pieces that they needed.
Yeah, that defensive tackle they picked up, I think he's going to be pretty good.
But it wasn't to me, for them, it wasn't a.
Oh, you're picking 54th in the draft, you know.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Nate.
No, I was thinking, I agree,
can't hear you,
but
Nate.
under the circumstances, am I
No, you're all right here.
Under the circumstances, they've done all right, but I can't help, but think about, man, you still can't hear me? My mic is on.
I hear you. I hear you fine over here.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
great.
we can hear you. What? But you ain't hearing us.
No, I can hear y'all. Gordy said he couldn't hear me.
Hello?
Hello?
Can't hear.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Nate, you're all right. I can hear you over here. I hear you fine.
Yeah, and I hear you fine, too.
I don't know what happened with them.
Oh. Okay, I was just going to say that
I can't hear you.
you still can't hear us? I think Sean pulled my leg.
No, I had said something earlier, and Gordon pretty much must not have heard me either.
Oh,
I'm going to...
it must be something with their audio, with their because
Yeah,
I
let
can hear
me
you fine.
let me text or call him.
Can't
Hang
hear
on.
anybody.
Yeah, something wrong with there. Check your speaker, see if you accidentally tap the. Well, I guess can't hear me.
Hang on just a second. And let's just make a phone call here.
Yeah.
And that's a nice thing about live podcasting. And we will call Shawn.
We lost volume.
Yeah, you did. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
Maybe it's speakers.
Yeah, check the speaker.
Did you bump something, or could you have shut
I
something
don't
off?
know.
You've got something muted somewhere.
I don't have it muted.
How about the speaker down in the
Speaker.
taskbar?
click on the speaker icon and actually look at it.
I didn't touch anything. Just like all of a sudden, just
Why don't you drop out and read?
hold on a second. Hold on. Is that better?
I can
You
hear
tell
you.
us.
There we go. There we
Somehow
go.
it got bumped.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get back to it here.
Yeah, Shawn was working on it. You know how he was trying to fix it? He was kicking the daggum speaker.
Yeah, I taught him well.
You know?
So I was saying,
I don't know how it just automatically muted it.
I was saying the Browns, they done based on what they had. That's all they could do. But I couldn't help but think about how if they would have left the Deshaun Watson thing alone, what they could have done in this draft.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They did what they could under the circumstances.
But just look, you can't help but think, and I wouldn't even think like that if Deshaun wouldn't have had all of the issues, of course, because of the personal issues, but then the injury and everything. So here we are all the way out to this draft, and they gave up all this stuff, and you had a ton of quarterbacks, wide receivers. You had a lot in this draft. Man, they would have just and to think that their success last year had nothing really. It had, well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but it had very little to do with Deshaun. It's unfortunate.
Well, it's just like the way the last year went. You're just plugging in pieces and hoping they work, and that's pretty much what you're doing. What you're doing with this now, you're gonna plug in some pieces and hope that it works, and you're going to hope that your quarterback comes back and plays, and if he don't, you're screwed. But the nice thing about it is this is the last year that we won't have a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff is behind us now. Hopefully we're going to be on the verge of a Super Bowl here pretty soon. I'd really like to see that.
I read one of the silliest things ever, and it was so silly it was insulting to me. There was a suggestion out there I read. I can't remember who the article was by, but I read the article maybe day before yesterday, maybe yesterday, I don't know. The article suggested that now Chicago should, could have the opportunity to go back next year and pick Justin Fields back up to be Kalen's backup. Man, that's so insulting. Man, if I was Fields, man, and there is no way in the world, if that ever...
There is no way in hell he's ever going to end up back there.
Man, that would be so dishonorable to him.
You know what's going to happen? Caleb's going to become a Steeler eventually. Because, the last couple of quarterbacks, the Bears have drafted first round and went to the Steelers.
Well, this time, though... But this time,
Fields now.
But they set the table for Caleb. They didn't do that for Justin.
Well,
I mean, he should succeed if his fingernail polish don't get wet.
They're moving in the right direction, but I think there's gonna come some great things behind this Fields deal because Fields will move on. And he'll move on, and they know a lot of people. The reason you saw that article is because a lot of people know that Fields is a good quarterback. It wasn't Fields,
right? It wasn't Fields, and that's what's so sad is that,
or it wasn't totally him. I mean, it really wasn't totally.
No, it wasn't him. He had trash to play with. Just might as well call it duck a duck. He didn't have anything, and they were rich. Chicago in terms of what they could do. And the sad thing is they utilized it to change out the quarterback and start afresh. And, maybe they needed to do that as a franchise, but it does look awful because they lined everything up. And they could have even done more had they have kept Fields there because they could have literally got Marvin Williams. They could have gotten so much more. But, whatever.
Yeah.
But they've done a lot.
Because there was a couple of things that they need. Also, beyond Marvin, they really needed some offensive line. They really need, because it wouldn't matter who he had there if your offensive line is that bad, which it was.
Yeah, that's true. But
it was trash.
Yeah, it was trash. But you figure, look what they did. I mean, they done pretty good for Caleb. He should be pretty good. I'm not saying he's going to be a Stroud, and I hope he ain't Stroud either. But I think he should do pretty good. I think they set him up pretty well.
They're moving in the right direction, but also in that, but we see these teams make some strange choices in the draft. Look at Atlanta. They paid Kirk Cousins all that money, and then they turn around and draft a quarterback.
Yeah,
in the first round.
Michael Penix Jr.
It's like, you should have been getting me some receivers.
Right.
I think you paying me this money, so obviously y'all intend for me to play. So do we have another Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love type situation?
That's what I'm getting ready to say. I think they looked at the Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love thing, and I think they're trying to duplicate that.
Yeah. Right now, too, you never know with Kurt right now because he is coming off an Achilles injury, too.
True there. But I'm going to say this. Kurt was, I still think the dude was really good quarterback. You realize he was one of the most mollywop quarterbacks in the NFL. He used to get towed up. He got lit up. But he'd stand back there and he'd take it on the chin and throw that ball. And at one time, who was his top receiver? Judy, who is not bad, but he's not one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm looking around the league, seeing the changes, and then being here in Dallas, I hate to call myself a Cowboy fan because we hear Jerry Jones all the time saying, we're all in on free agency. And, I believe Dakota could take us to Dakota could take us to the Super Bowl. But we hear that all the time, and he's just he's a marketing genius is what he is. That's what he is. He's selling the Cowboys constantly. He's making money. But I said jokingly in the office, I said, man, hey, I got it. Dallas is going up there. Man, they're going to have a winning season. They're going to win 9 games. They may even make the playoffs again.
Status quo.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, though. Don't. And do we have a running back yet?
No, we haven't got a running back.
Because Tony Pollard signed with the
Royce Freeman.
Royce Freeman.
And back when he was running back, I think.
Who the ham sandwich is Royce Freeman?
I don't know. That's right now, currently, the running back.
So we're going to put all this on Dak, which, again, we did last year, and we looked, and we were comparing, and looking. Dak was probably, and I think he was actually rated 7. We picked him at 7. The consensus between all of us, and the 7th best, which is good. That's still top 10. But you're gonna place all that on him again because if we can't run the ball, we definitely not.
I think, Dallas gets away with, Jerry gets away with that because the fans will continue to support Dallas. They have an interesting fan base, they love their Cowboys and they support them continually. So he gets away with that and pokes his nose in. And I can't believe that the guys down in the trenches want to run the team the way that this man ran, because I think he has pretty much, we know that he has a lot of influence, on, what they do, which is interesting, most owners kind of, sit back a little bit, but he want to be a coach, GM, everything.
No, he is the most influential owner in the NFL.
Yeah.
So in that, but they hadn't signed CD yet. So I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here? Because he's coming off of his rookie contract. You what? And, I don't know, and it's changed since then. But so I know that they got to sign Michael, and they hadn't done anything. They hadn't worked a deal with Dak because, as of where we stand with quarterbacks, Dak is the best thing going for us. It is what it is. Now, we did get the kid from Frisco. Maybe they're anticipating on him being ready.
Tyler Guyton
or what's the name from San Francisco? The one that San Francisco moved everything to get and then traded Lance. Lance, yeah. So Trey Lance. I'm trying to call him Trevor. But that's the other part of that. So with that being said, I don't know exactly where Dallas is. I have no clue. I don't expect much. I'd be amazed if we have another season. If we have another season like we had this previous season, we've had a good year. Because everybody's gotten better except us. But we changed out defensive coordinators. We got Zimmer, and he's already, he's going to go through that Dallas defense because one of the things that you could do on Dallas is you could run on them. And he's not into those hybrid style defensive linemen and linebackers. He wants those big guys. Whereas the previous defensive coordinator, he wanted, speed. And Dallas was great as far as speed goes. If you run the sidelines, you run the edges, they usually got you. But all you had to do is run right at them, and they just move you out the way. You get blown off the line. So he's going to get bigger guys.
Yeah, I think of course, the Commanders, they got their quarterback, so which was cool. Still, they need quite a few pieces too, but I'm eager to see what that rivalry is going to look like this year. Mm-hmm. Commanders and Dallas. Since Dallas essentially, pretty close to standing pat, and I'm interested to see what that's going to look like this year. Commanders got them a quarterback. So haven't had one in a while. So we'll see what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I think overall some of the teams did good. I watched a little bit because of the Seattle deal. The kid from Texas, Byron Murphy. Yeah. My wife, who they went to high school. She went to high school with his grandmother. So this kid is in the NFL now, and I got to looking, and because I didn't watch Texas much this year, and that boy is an athlete, man. He is an athlete. He is going to be probably great for pass rush. Yeah. So I'm looking at the draft and seeing how many quarterbacks and these, what was it, 6 quarterbacks?
6 and tied the record with the 83 draft, but this is the first draft that was most quarterbacks within the first 12
picks, yeah. But my thing is this: out of those 6 quarterbacks, it tells us that at best 3 of them will go on to be really, really good quarterbacks. Which 3? I don't know. We'll see. And because it's been too many times when someone's taken in the 3rd round and they just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we think Marvin's going to do in Arizona?
I think he's going to have some success wherever he goes. My thing is him going to Arizona. I'm not a big Kyler Murray fan, and this kid is from here, Kyler Murray, and I just from what I've seen, maybe it's media, but his size, don't get me wrong, he's a cowboy killer, but Arizona's a cowboy killer, but in general, but he is, and as a person, from what I've seen in the media, I don't think he's that. I think he could. I would like to have seen him going someplace else.
Yeah, they had on Facebook the other day, and they had a picture of Marvin Harrison, real tall, and then down below, all you see just lose the head of Kyler Murphy.
Kyler Murray. And the thing of it is that, Kyler is just, to me, I'm just not a big Kyler Murray fan. And I watched him, we got to watch him in high school against Mesquite.
Yeah.
Back when Higgins was playing. Higgins
just retired.
Yeah, and I saw that. Yeah, it was Shawn Higgins. Yeah, and but don't get me wrong, that school is a 6A school. That's how big it is. So they just overall, all in all, they just had more talent. They had bigger, stronger linemen, and that was the biggest thing. And they were able to whoop everybody, And Kyler Murray was a good football player, but I just don't think he's that. There are better quarterbacks out there. Just saying, better quarterbacks out there. Several.
So do you think he's he's overrated?
Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I think as of now, if you look at football and quarterback rankings, I think he's about where he needs to be. He's down there at the bottom portion.
I don't know if he's at the bottom.
I don't know who's putting him up toward the top.
No, he's definitely not toward the top. I'm thinking he's middle of the road.
You thinking he's middle of the road? Yeah. Now he had look at the receiver he had. He had a stud.
Yeah, was he healthy all last year or most of last year?
Hardly any. And he wasn't
because he's
and Arizona stunk.
It'd be interesting to see what if he could be healthy. Of course, little guy, man.
Again,
it's hard to be healthy.
Thank you. My point there too. I think he's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that he's below average.
I don't know. I think he's all right. I just think he's too little. Obviously that factors in to everything.
Looking at when he played and the season when he's healthy, everything. Even then, when you start ranking quarterbacks, he was still below average. He was average then. He may have been average, but I think he's below average now. We will see this year. And now he's got a heck of a receiver. This dude might be. I'm expecting great things from him. So it definitely lifts Arizona.
Call me if you get lost.
Hey guys, man, we got to talk some playoffs, man.
Absolutely.
And I got man.
Yeah. Let's talk the playoffs.
And I know, man, them Dallas Mavericks, boy, they're doing it up. The Clippers is doing Clipper things. Mavs and clip their wings. Those Clips continue to do Clipper things.
Yeah. I had the opportunity. I've been watching undisputed because, you know, I mean, there are the Cowboy hater nation around the world, but also the Maverick hater. Keyshawn Johnson is straight up Maverick hater. And I heard him doing all this talking. I know he loves the Lakers.
He's smoking something though, because he got purple color shades on or something, man. Because I'm like, man, Lakers is trash, man. But I'll wait till you. I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna do my spiel.
Well, what about them Lakers in 7? Huh?
I'm still, look, because I'm hopeful. But you can't win. You can't win if you don't play defense.
Well,
and I don't know if it's that you can't play or you don't play, or it's a combination thereof.
Two things, Nate. Two things. And realistically, Denver is a heck of a team, and anybody that faces them got their hands full. But
not like that. Not like because Gordon's a good player, but Gordon looks like an all-star playing against them.
But because you got to slow down Murray and Jokic. They have good night shooting.
Even when they're not on the floor, man, they're getting troushed by everybody.
I watched this. Wait a minute.
Horrendous.
And I hear what you're saying. My argument is, and I'm not, I'm a LeBron James fan, but I'm not like the biggest LeBron James fan. Okay. And I'm going to say this. I watched him all game, and Gordon was getting stuck because that was LeBron's man. But it was because LeBron had to help. He was rotating and helping.
But that's what I'm saying. Defense is not a singular assignment. That's for everybody's job. Right. And I'm saying the Lakers are horrendous defensively. And I'm like, and AD to make this thing about like he upset because he ain't getting no consideration. Man, you're a horrendous defensive player. And I'm gonna look, it's Gordy. Help defense, off ball defense, and playing defense on somebody. There is a huge difference. He can't even almost guard Yoke. Don't get me wrong. Yoke is nice. AD is too big to get bullied by Yoke the way he does. And then look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. No. Too light in his heart. He's too soft. And then because when he couldn't check Gordon. Okay. And then when he came in there on the offensive end, Gordon threw his shot out of there. One-on-one defense again. AD, I'm telling you, everybody says, oh, he's a top. No, he is a very soft player. He's a big that plays small, just like Bron. Bron is a big guy that plays small, but I get LeBron. LeBron is older. So, I give him a bit of a pass. But some of that's fear. I'm going to call it like it is.
Okay.
LeBron plays against Gordon like he's scared to end up on the end of a highlight reel.
But I'm gonna say this. Other than the one game so far with D'Lo, what has the rest of them guys in that Laker uniform done?
But I hear you. But here's the thing: what's the one part of the game that you should be able to control every night? That's a question. Mm-hmm. Anybody? What's the one part you should be able to control any day of the week? The one part of the game.
Your ability.
Your defensive intensity.
Mm-hmm. As individual.
Your willingness to play deep.
But I'm going to say this. Nate, it's too many dudes out there because the way they do it, they set picks, you switch everything, and then guys got to rotate over. And I understand that. It's different now. You switch everything on picks, okay? Or you try and fight over a pick. If a guy is really good, you fight over a pick, he's still knocking down the shot because you're coming in behind him if he's a Steph Curry type. But what I'm saying is, on a consistent basis, the others on the Denver team make shots. The others on the Laker team don't make shots.
Here's the difference, Gordon. This is what you're not looking at, man. I look at those games and I scrutinize them because I look at them differently. I look at them like I'm analyzing the play. And here's the difference. You're absolutely right. In some cases, there's because of schemes and because of this, that, and the other, you don't defend well. Okay, but the other part of it is because of effort. Denver shoots an awful lot of free shots. And it takes Denver as a slow start team. So a lot of times Lakers come out and they're in the lead, and it's not because of the Lakers defense. It's because of Denver not making shots. Like case in point, even the coach's strategy. Explain why in the world, what would make you think as a coach, what in your brain would make you think that Austin Reeves can check Michael Porter? Porter is what, about 5 inches taller, far more athletic, and a tremendous shooter. Not a decent shooter. This dude is known for being able to shoot. Why would you put Austin Reeves? Why would that be Austin's assignment? You understand what I'm saying? Why would you, when you just think about the way they try to defend, why would you, I mean, it's stupid. The way his rotations.
Who do you put on him? Who do you put on him? Who do you put on him?
Man, who would you put on him?
Who would you put on him?
And you would have to at least put, first of all, I think you need to put LeBron on Porter, and you need to put Rui on Gordon.
Okay.
And for start. Okay. But even that, man, Jackson Hayes, man, can move his feet.
Okay. Now.
Lineup change. I mean, you need more size. You're too small. The way that you got D'Lo, Austin Reeves, neither one of them can defend, man, a door.
And granted, okay, now, but I'm just saying, from an offensive standpoint, even though they start slow, and once them shots go to falling for them boys, who on the Lakers team besides Bron and AD makes any points, scores any points?
Well, that's the point. That's the point. If you defend, you won't have to score. Look at the score. They're not getting blown out the gym. See, they're not getting blown out. So all you need is a few more buckets. I'm like, man, this is just, if you're playing defense, you're giving up. Look at the offensive rebounding. You're getting beat offensive rebounding, put back. How in the world can a team get like 4 chances in one play up? How did that happen?
I know why they got beat on offensive rebound. I was watching it. Brian goes over, helps out, blocks a shot, and then there's Gordon over there getting the ball and putting it back in.
And putting it back.
Who's helping Brian?
That's what I'm saying. Put a body on. So that's what I said. Keep in mind what I said. This is not a singular thing. Defense is not a singular task. If Brian is doing he's working like a workhorse there. What is these other clowns doing? I'm saying, man, you got to make these cats play defense. And if you can't play D, and if you're not making shots and you can't play D, why are you on the floor?
Well, the good thing is this, Nate, at this point, they're probably going to get swept. So we won't have to talk about them. We can talk about the Mavericks and the Clippers for now.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second. Here's another one too. I'm gonna give you an example of a team that brings intensity and is well coached. Miami Heat. Miami. Did you watch that Miami Boston game?
Yeah, no, but I heard about it.
Oh my goodness. That team, keep in mind, look, they're without Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier. Okay. And man, they took it to Boston. Just the level of defensive intensity, man, and the fight on the defensive end, man, is just unreal. And that's what I'm expecting to see in an NBA playoff game. I don't care who the team is.
Speaking of intensity,
give me effort.
I hear you. Speaking of intensity, let's go back to the Mavericks now. Miami is relevant to us right now, Miami and Boston, because Russ was in there last night, and Russ was acting a fool because they were getting their butt handed to him. And he eventually got tossed. But,
but look at why did Dallas win? Dallas won because Dallas was playing defense.
Thank you. They were. Offense was okay. But I'm saying they won because it was defense. And that's what I'm saying. This is the NBA playoffs. And what is the playoffs always known for defense? That's why I'm struggling trying to understand some of the Lakers. But you're right. But okay,
Dallas look good, man.
I heard you. Can we move on from the Lakers now?
Man, I don't want to talk about no Dallas game, man.
So with that being said,
what's going on with man, Minnesota is taking it to
Dallas, we knew Dallas. We expect Dallas to win, man. What we expect?
Dallas was the underdog.
For who?
Dallas was the underdog. Dallas
I listen to what I'm
lower
saying.
seed team.
I understand that. I'm saying that's a cynical reply. I'm saying for who? Because you know Dallas. We all know that it's more likely that. Come on, man. Look, it's like that's the same thing. Who's your daddy? Dallas is the Clippers' daddy.
No. Clippers beat them knocked them out twice. Mm-hmm. But now let's talk about the Phoenix series, man.
Man,
what's happening?
Man, look, the Phoenix just like the Lakers, though. That's a perfect example. Same team. Phoenix is an older team now. They're getting older. And you relying on KD, older player, to do KD young man thing. Father Time's undefeated. It's the same type of a scenario. Same type of a situation. Exactly same thing.
No more Golden State.
Yeah, same thing. Golden State, older. And basketball, like football, like, it's a young man's game. And in some respects, I like the fact that these old teams, Clippers, same thing with the Clippers. All of these
are the oldest team officially.
These older teams, man, are getting bumped.
And look at here, man. They talk about Luka if they want to.
Man,
He's been on them, and he's like, no, they want to single me out, bring it on. And he's playing. That boy's playing defense.
He's trying to play. I mean, he's doing all right. He's doing all right.
Look at the shot. Look at the shots. Look at their shot percentages when Luka is the main ball defender on them.
Mm-hmm. He's doing all right defensively. It's everybody else, man.
Shot. You better go back and look. So, analytics guy, look at it.
It's everybody else.
One, James Harden probably does the best, but when PG is there, PG ain't hitting that shot on Luka because why? He's big, and Luka don't go up there. He know he's not the great shot blocker, so he don't just jump when you give me that ball fake. I'm gonna crowd you, and guess what? Guess what, PG? I'm bigger than you. You can't push me out the way. Guess what, Kawhi? Man, I'm big, so you're gonna be tired of pushing me out the way. And Kawhi, give it to him. Kawhi ain't the same Kawhi.
Kawhi is not, but he doesn't look healthy. But I think both them guys, man, I think they feel that Luka pressure, man. I think they choke a
all I know is
Luka.
All I know is this: when he's on them on the perimeter, them guys ain't hitting them shots.
Luka, bad boy, man. I think that it's a lot of pressure when you play a Luka, and because they tried for years, like you say, to manhandle him, and it has never worked.
It doesn't work. He don't back down.
And
he didn't back down against Westbrook last night. He like, say, bro, you gonna grab me and try and swing me? No, man, you ain't gonna do that to me. And then when he hit that shot on him, he hit that one shot. He said, yeah, I'm that beeping beep. Turned to that bench and told him.
He's a bad boy, man. Luka, bad boy.
Outside of that blowout, there's another game. Cavs. Their defense has been pretty strong.
Their defense has been good.
Except for them last game.
I tried to watch the Cavs game. I can't watch it, man. That series, man. I'm like, why don't they just pencil? I'm like, man, why they're not playing nobody, man. And to me, Cleveland's soft, man. They're another soft team, and we're not going to see, what it looks like until they make it to the next round. Mm-hmm. And that Philly-New York series is real good, which Philly's supposed to be up. Philly should be up. Of course, we know Philly got robbed.
Well,
that was ridiculous.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Watching Joel Embiid play not healthy, and he still
he's still giving them the business, right?
Yeah, that would be. It would be Dave, man. It would just about be a wrap, man, because Joel Embiid is something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know that though. I mean, he if he's healthy, he's a beast.
I have even more appreciation for him now because of watching the way he played, and he playing on one leg, Nate.
Yeah, dude's a man.
And then he's got Bell's palsy on top of that.
Beast. He's a beast, but he's not healthy. But he's a beast. But
Well,
so yeah.
Hey
But
guys, I got an appointment, man. I got to get out of here. So I'm gonna have to rush out on this. Been a good show.
so you're gonna watch the
We
sweep
got to
today?
talk about the playoffs, but because now that we don't have to talk about Lakers are irrelevant now because
So are they gonna win today? Or are they or is the broom out today?
for the Lakers,
Pick it, yeah, broom, or are they gonna win today?
I think they're gonna battle and pull off one game. It's gonna be a gentleman's sweep.
I don't think they can win nothing at this point. I picked them in 7, but I thought they had some heart.
What do you think the Cavs are going to do?
Oh, Cavs gonna win the series eventually. They're gonna win the series, but they're not going beyond this. They're too soft. They have talent. It's soft, man. They remind me of a team full of ADs, man. Too soft, man.
Man, I hate to leave. I gotta go, but this is good. But man, we could go in on them. We could go in on the. Oh man, I could sit here and argue on it.
There's always next week.
All right,
I think we can go ahead and wrap this up if you guys want to.
Yeah, let's wrap it up so we can
We will.
get our popcorn and everything ready. Watch the sweep today, and
Yeah, I got better things to do.
Donuts.
Y'all have fun. Been a fun show. We will see everybody next week. Remember, we got Radioactive coming up tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
We got Eric coming up Monday night at 8, and of course we'll be back here the following or next Saturdays. Y'all have a good week. We will. What?
No, you won't. May 4th?
Oh, May 4th. Actually, May 4th. You guys, could we maybe move this show?
what's May 4th?
May 4th is I've got an event I got to do in the morning,
Oh,
and it's going to be about 11 or 11:30 before I get back. Maybe we can start at noon. What do you guys think of that?
hey, yeah. Let's definitely see how it goes. I mean, it's
All right, I'll let you guys know
That's not
through
bad.
text and everything, but if not, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully not, though. I'd kind of like to continue this pattern. So y'all have a great week. See you. See you. I'm looking for a place to wrap this up, and I'm not. Oh, there it is. Well, see you next week. Have a good one. This has been a Crooked River Media production.